the history of our relationship between Archetype and REE Corporation is a history of trust and creativity. We started working with REE Corporation around 2003, at the very beginning of our existence. We did some studies for them, and then they asked us to work on the first office tower project, which was REE Tower. We started with a first project in District 4, which is a REE Tower, which was a simple office building, a very simple shape, but quite efficient. We had some creativity allowed, but not to the extent that REE Corporation gave us later. The next project was REE Central, right next to REE Tower, and this project was a bit more creative. And step by step, REE Corporation gave us more and more liberty in our creativity. So today, what you see here in e.town 6 is a total liberty of creation, backed by Ms. Stein, REE Corporation's chairwoman, that was a very strong supporter of our architecture since the beginning. You have to imagine that 2 or 3 years ago, at this very location, there was a low-rise office building, and at the back of this building, it was a forest, which was very difficult to replace, of course, because it was benefiting to all the users. The first challenge was to make the place better than it was, which was quite difficult. We could do this by introducing some features, some life in the project, as you would see. The second challenge was the shape of the land. It was a very long shape, very narrow, and it was creating a lot of internal and external circulation problems. So by opening the ground floor completely, we create a hub of circulation that benefits the whole neighborhood. The other idea was to create a big atrium in the middle to make the narrow street a bit more lively. This big atrium here is an example of what can be done now with REE Corporation and Archetype. So we're standing here in the middle of this big atrium. This atrium will be the core of all the circulations of the project, bringing people from one building to another, accessing the lift lobbies, accessing the food court downstairs. It's also a place where people will meet. Another reason for this atrium is also natural ventilation. As you can feel today, it's very windy. It's all natural ventilation. The whole ground floor is open, and this atrium is literally creating wind. Another reason is the greenery and the sunlight that we have here makes it much more natural, and it's a reminiscence of the forest that we used to have at this location. Another challenge is that we had a food court in the basement with no light at all. So what we did is we changed that basement into a ground floor by creating this sunken garden. You can use it to sit down with your friends, and you have a direct access to the food court. The weather is not too hot. The food court doors will completely open to this garden. For the facade, which is facing the street, we had to develop a different language. It was REE Corporation wish that the building be very distinctive when compared to the other buildings of the e.town campus. But it had to be an office building facade, so we could not be too original. So what we did is we created a very rigid grid, very conventional, but we added some subtle nuances with tilting the glass. So this tilt of glass makes the reflection from the sky and from the neighboring building to completely disperse and create this illusion of movement. We've been working for more than 20 years with REE Corporation, and you certainly know they're not only a manufacturer, they're also a contractor and designers of mechanical, electrical and plumbing systems. And I must say that our collaboration for the success of this project was really crucial. The way we collaborate together on working on the same model, on having regular coordination meeting, and having a good spirit of collaboration between our team members was really the key to the success of this project. And by the way, we're here in the multi-purpose room. This is all natural lighting. It's located right below the pond in front of the building.